Oh, alright, calm down. Calm down. Oh, thank you guys, thank you. You guys are awesome to me. Thank you. Alright. Okay. Alright. Shut up! Okay, this one's real simple, guys. This is Kinect Sports in a nutshell. Kinect Sports, single player.
Let's play back a handful of highlights.
Kinect Sports multiplayer. Kinect Sports is obviously Microsoft's answer to Wii Sports. It's a sports compilation game that has a pretty good variety of sports games. It's mostly what you would expect. But whereas Kinect Adventures that comes with the Kinect only has 5 minigames, Kinect Sports has 11 minigames. Wait a minute. I kinda expected more. Anyway, let's take a look at them. They are soccer, bowling, beach volleyball, bikinis not included, thankfully, table tennis, track and field, and boxing. Now, the track and field actually breaks down even further into a few mini events. You got javelin, hurdles, discus, long jump, and of course sprint. Come on, motherfucker, yes! So I suppose that the best way to review Kinect Sports is to actually go through each one of those mini games and figure out if they're fun or not. So let's do that now.
You're playing sports.
Alright, right away you go to main event and you pick the game mode that you want to play. Let's start with bowling.
Try your arm at bowling.
At first I was concerned about how easy the computer was, but I realized that you can change your skill level. And there's some pretty tough challenges here to be had with professional and champions, so let's accept that and we'll go to play bowling.
Let's hear.
Yeah. I think I should mention that Kinect Sports has frozen on me 3 times like this, and it's always at these types of screens, so don't know if you guys are having the same problems, but not good. Not good. I don't like having to restart my console like this. So it's gonna affect the score.
Okay, the thing about bowling is that it's extremely sensitive, so you need to line up your shot, then bring your hand back and forward and keep it as straight as possible, and however fast you throw it, that's how powerful the ball is going to roll down the lane. Now you can even put a spin on it if you want, and that will kind of curb the ball, which is always fun to do. Oh hey look, I got a strike. The only awkward thing is it's sometimes difficult to line up a shot without being able to see your feet the entire time so that you can make sure that you're staying in one spot. Okay, notice what she did there. You can't bring up your second hand to help you hold the virtual ball like she did because the Kinect will freak out. So you can't use 2 hands for this game. It has to be 1 hand only, or the Kinect, just doesn't register it. But for the most part, I'd say bowling works, and it's pretty fun. Next up, we have table tennis. Right away, it was difficult for me to serve. Finally got the hang of it because there's no ball in front of me to actually hit. I don't know, this table tennis felt a little awkward for me because there is a delay. So the delay comes into play a lot more with this game. You basically have to learn the intricacies of how exactly to play this game on Kinect. Once you do, though, then the game starts to get a little bit easier, and you start to understand how to position your body and your hands to actually, do backhands, have very powerful shots, slapping it extremely hard with power, and you start to learn it a little bit more. However, as far as table tennis goes, I know for certain that the Sony Move would be far better at this with its the ball tracking and everything. It would be far more accurate and a lot more fun to play on Sony's Move than the Xbox's Kinect.
Smash!
1-7.
Okay, so now we have beach volleyball. And no, there's not any bikini girls laying around the sand for you, okay? This isn't Dead or Alive. But beach volleyball is one of the funnest modes. I really enjoyed it. It got you moving around a lot. It felt like it worked the way it was designed. It was incredibly fun and challenging, especially if you're ramping up the computer difficulty to professional or champion. It's really competitive. My only gripe is that in multiplayer, it's kind of hard to tell which player is supposed to hit when. That's my only gripe with it. But other than that, beach volleyball, to me, is one of the ones that works really well and is a lot of fun.
Nice serve. We're on our way. The ball goes high. Recovers it with a mean block. Superb! The point is theirs. End of match. The winning team in full celebration. Even the runners-up are getting into the action.
Okay, so next up is actually soccer. Now, I was quite surprised that this wasn't just simply goaltending. Now, goaltending would be extremely easy to do. There's not much involved in goaltending, but this is a little bit more elaborate than that. It's an actual full game. The problem is that you're only controlling your basic passes and your kicks. You're not doing any fancy tricks. You're not moving with the ball. It's just pass from player to player to progressively get down the field to then make a kick into the goal. So technically, you could pretty much just use the same kick motion over and over, so as long as there's nobody in your way, and play the entire game like that. You do get to go on defense, but that's just simply trying to get in the soccer player's way, either stepping left or right or staying in the middle to block their path. The ball gets blocked, and hopefully it'll end up somehow in the hands of your player. Sometimes it ends up back in the hands of the computer player, and the shitty thing is there's no way to control that. And it's basically a dice roll in that case on who gets the ball. So it makes the soccer a little bittersweet, but when you ramp up the difficulty level, it does get a little challenging, and it gets exciting when the games are pretty close. So I'm not going to write off soccer completely. I just think that soccer is a mixed bag. I was hoping for something a little bit deeper, and I'm just not sure if this is a limitation of the Kinect, or if this is just a first-generation Kinect game, and this is the best that they can come up with for now. Still, a little disappointed with it.
Teams were evenly matched on effort for sure, but the winners showed much tighter teamwork.
Flame Stadium is the place to be for track and field action.
Track and field! Now this is the kind of game me and my friends were really looking forward to because we like that little old school tracking game on the Xbox Live Arcade, you know, where you smash the buttons real hard. So we were going to get real competitive for this one. Now, track and field is going to start off with your sprint, and this one's fun, but we have no freaking clue how to control this correctly, whether it's more important to go fast or to go slower, but more methodically. to make sure it's registering your movements. So really, I have no idea, other than the fact that sprint is incredibly fun to do if you're racing against somebody else. So I'm going to give sprint a good mark just because it's fun. Javelin, on the other hand, Javelin sucks. Okay? Because when you pull your hand and you throw it up forward, not only are you going to chop your hand off with your ceiling fan, but it's also going to go off of Kinect's field of view, and it just doesn't seem like you're getting a lot of power out of it. I couldn't get Javelin to work very well. Long jump, though, takes some practice to get the right timing, and you don't have to jump super high into the air, but long jump can be fun. Ugh. But then Discus? Well, Discus sucks. No, that's it. Discus sucks. But hurdles is pretty cool. Check this out. So you combine sprinting and jumping to jump over hurdles, and I found it fun. I was able to time it just right, though you are allowed to knock over some hurdles apparently.
Really well, and currently in a medal position. Looking good for the last 10 meters. Superb! The record has gone! Let's get it on.
Unfortunately, the game that I wanted to work the most, boxing, is a disaster. It doesn't read your movements. You think boxing, you think very quick jabs and punching and blocking. Now, while it reads blocking just fine, it's the flurry of punches that makes the Kinect freak out. It cannot maintain your skeletal tracking. It's just not going to do it when you're throwing your arms that fast. It's not going to conform to different people's styles. Some people like to jab real quick back and forth. They don't like to bring a wide motion to their punches, which makes Kinect freak out a little bit. But there's no denying that it is fun. It's going to make you smile. It's just not going to work correctly. And it's basically whoever throws their fists non-stop is going to win. That's how boxing works, unfortunately. It's a disaster, and it sucks. And no wonder that Fight Night Champions is not going to use the Kinect system, because I have a feeling they think it's garbage. It doesn't work for boxing. Hopefully that's not true. Hopefully we'll see a Kinect title for boxing, but it won't be until at least 2012. By then, who knows if the Kinect will even be around.
Multiplayer modes are there in the game. There's even cooperative multiplayer modes, like table tennis has doubles where you could play against the computer, which is pretty fun. Now, Kinect Adventures that came with the Kinect, I didn't really want to rate on its own, but I did end up giving it a 4 out of 10, mostly because it does what it's supposed to. Mission accomplished for a very basic Kinect experience, plus it's free, so it gets slightly below average. But Kinect Sports had much more to prove, and in my final verdict, Kinect Sports is gonna land a 6 out of 10. It is slightly above average. Listen, Rare did a good job, and it's clear that they put work and thought into this game. But ultimately, it's gonna stay a 6 because it doesn't have the staying power and the depth of a lot of party games out there. You're gonna be soon returning to the more traditional party games like Mario Party on the Wii. Now, me personally, I don't own a Wii or a Sony Move yet, so I can't compare it to the sports compilations on either of those systems. But if you don't own either of those, then obviously Kinect Sports is a safe bet and the most wide appealing of the games on Kinect. There's something about moving your feet that makes the game instantly engaging. I would just rather play Dance Central personally, which is what ended up happening time after time when I had friends over. We'd play 1 or 2 sessions on Kinect Sports, and then we'd like goof it up for hours on Dance Central. But the bottom line is that it's impossible not to have fun with this title and to crack a smile. That is, unless you're alone. But it's a party game, you dork! You're not supposed to play it alone. Come on! Come on, motherfucker! Yes!
You started before I did.
No, I didn't. Well, that's just your slow start.
I didn't get one.
I burned you! Also, I should mention that for a sports compilation game, Kinect Sports actually does have a pretty good soundtrack, some pretty well-known and recognizable songs, and even some that you don't recognize, all of which just make you want to get up and move. Kinect Sports stands as an example of how to do a first-gen like Kinect title when in the hands of a good developer that knows what they're doing. Unlike some of the other poor efforts we've seen. So overall, in the grand scheme of things, after a few titles in, one title made me want to return the Kinect immediately, in rage, throw it through the windshield like Discount Tire.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you.
And 2 other titles turn out to be average mini-games without much staying power. So as of right now, there's no title so far that I've played that I can recommend to you guys to go out and run out and buy a Kinect. But we still have Dance Central and Kinectimals reviews coming up. So I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.